Victory, 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 victory. I want everybody to repeat this after me. It's easy to be a follower, but I'd rather lead so that others can follow me. Beautiful. God bless you. God bless you. You know, when I get up here, I speak from the heart. I tell you about my struggles. I tell you about my flaws, all the tragedies and triumphs in my life. I just want maybe one of you, somebody in here, maybe just one of you to be inspired, and maybe you could be a legendary leader, make the Millionaires Club and become successful. You know, it was never easy for me. I remember when I was just 12 years old growing up in the South Bronx. In front of my project building, I had a friend named Louie. And at the time, we had no inspiration, no social media, no TV shows, a millionaire, how to become a millionaire. We didn't even know people were living better than us. I remember sitting in front of my building, and the Bronx looked at like a bomb just blew up the whole neighborhood. Literally, if you could go back and Google teleprompter, if you could go Google the South Bronx in the 80s and 70s, it really looked like Vietnam, like somebody blew up the whole Bronx. So there was no inspiration. And I remember even being young and never having nobody in my family successful before me, I remember knowing and telling Louis at 12 years old I would get rich or die trying. I knew that God had a better plan for me, and I knew all I had to do was just keep fighting. See, a lot of you guys are destined for greatness, but just like a racehorse, you got to put your blinders on and keep going till you get victory, till you enter that finish line. Now, I remember going to the Apollo Theater. This is a theater in Harlem where if you suck, they throw apples at you and they throw you off stage. It was amateur night at the Apollo, and I wanted it so bad. I remember joining the Apollo Theater and showing up. And I looked around the room, and there was 100 contestants there. And I remember telling myself, I don't know what these people are doing here. I'm the champion. I'm going to win. Sure enough, I won 4 weeks in a row and became an Apollo legend. See, I wouldn't let nobody talk me out of my blessings. I wasn't going to stop till victory was mine. I remember another time when I wanted to become a rapper. And I was really fat Joe, this big. I remember walking up 31 flights of stairs. And I got up there, I was sweating bullets, and I snuck in, because you got to sneak in these record labels. They obviously robbing you if you got to sneak in the record label, right? So I get up in there, I grab a record exec, and I said, I'll even say his name. His name was Cookie Gonzalez. I said, Cookie, I'm Fat Joe from the Bronx. Can you hear my demo? So he listened to my demo. He said, yo, you ain't ready for it yet. You ain't ready. Little did he know he was looking at a living legend in front of him in the music industry. So I kept playing my music for everybody, tracking everybody down. Anybody that would listen, to finally somebody gave me a record contract. See, when you're determined and you're relentless and you stop at nothing, success has got no choice but to come. You know, I recently watched Super Bowl game. And I was so, you know, I'm Team Brady. You know, I'm bandwagon Tom Brady. Like, yeah, I ain't going against him for nothing. You go against him, you lost ahead of time. But I remember watching the Super Bowl, and I heard such an incredible story about a player in the LA Rams. His name is C.J. Anderson. He's a running back. C.J. Anderson was cut from 3 teams this very year in the NFL. Stop the teleprompter. So what you have to understand, imagine you work your whole life to become an NFL player, and finally your dream comes true, and they cut you off the team. C.J. didn't give up. He went and tried out for another team. He made it to that team, and he thought he had it. They cut him. He didn't give up. I probably would have gave up by then, but he didn't give up. He went for a 3rd team. After going there, he probably told his family, hey, I made it to the 3rd team. Shortly after, he got cut again. You thought he would quit? Not CJ. He went and tried out for the Rams and did so well this year. He was at the Super Bowl, and I was just thinking, I was like, man, this is an inspirational, incredible story. This man wouldn't give up, and he actually made it to the Super Bowl. That's how you guys got to be. You got to be determined. You got to be relentless. There's greatness in all of you. You all come to the convention because you want to succeed in life, and you know God got a blessing for you. It's all up to you. It's all up to you to put the blinders on and go to the finish line. You can keep going on the teleprompter. Doing a great job. What a story of determination, triumph, and victory. Even though nobody beats Brady, I found so much inspiration in hearing CJ's story. Could you go up, my brother? It's a lot of stuff I got to write. Yo, by the way, let me tell you something. Hold up. This is much more stressful than being a rapper. To get up here and talk to a group of people, entrepreneurs, and inspire them. We come from all walks of life. I can't come up here and bomb. I'm working the whole week by myself, ignoring my wife. I'm sitting there writing down, what am I going to say to make somebody be successful, somebody to be a legend in this business? I want somebody to get up here 20 years from now and say, Fat Joe inspired me. Big Al. You know, a lot of times we all have this little voice of doubt in our head. That little voice comes up. You know the voice I'm talking about. Yo, Joey, we hungry. I'm on a diet, the greatest carb-free diet of my life. I pass a McDonald's. The McDonald's fries start breakdancing next to me, singing to me. Joey, you're never going to make it in market America. You're not going to be successful. You're not going to have a successful team. Sometimes you got to smack that voice of doubt out of your head. This is very true. We have to learn to think positive and speak victory into existence. So you got to speak it up so it can happen and make it possible. See, the only way to truly know success is to fail. Failures are lessons. You would never appreciate success unless you fail. When you win, you feel so happy. All these times we messed up, now we finally won. Victory is incredible. I remember meeting my wife 24 years ago. She was so beautiful. She still is beautiful. She's amazing. I'm so blessed. I'm so lucky. You see my senorita be around here, man. I'm so lucky. But I remember meeting her, and I took her to my apartment. When I opened the door and I took her to my apartment, I had no furniture. All I had was a mattress on the floor. My wife is so incredible, too. She walks in, she goes, "You live here?" I said, "Where's the furniture?" I'm like, I mean, you know, it's just a mattress, but, you know, it's furniture. And she said, "Oh, my God, all you have is a mattress?" I said, you got to understand, baby, what you see, when you see a mattress, I see a mansion. When she sees the beat-up Bronco that I drove her around in, I already saw a Rolls Royce. See, we didn't have no money at the time, but in my mind, I was already rich. You got that, huh, JR? In my mind, I was already rich. See, sometimes you don't have to have this physically yet, but you have to think success and victory. It's very important. Dream big and make your dreams reality. Very important. You know, what I'm going to tell you right now, we should all feel this way. Life is so precious. I miss it already. And I'm not gone, and I don't plan on going nowhere yet. But life is so beautiful, I miss it already. Appreciate it. I have a pretty amazing life. I have a beautiful family. I'm healthy. I'm an American success story. I wake up every morning and I'm so blessed. I pray to God. I tell my family how much I love them. I think of success. I think of victory. until the phone rings. When the phone rings, I get one of my friends I tell you about, these habitual depressants. I pick up the phone. I was the happiest. I could dive off a mountain. Yo, I got problems. I got no money. My wife. They try to bring this negative energy into your life. You look on social media sometimes and all you see is, oh my God, another legendary singer, actor died today. You get depressed that day. See, the negative energy comes from outside and it tries to disrupt what you're doing. We got to keep the negative energy away from us. It's the only way to succeed. Stop letting negative energy in your life. People are habitual depressants. They complain about everything. They never have the will to fight. They give up. Nothing to believe in. My friends, I'll tell you something. I'm tired of doing the impossible for the ungrateful. You've ever heard of that? I'm tired of doing the impossible for the ungrateful. Just yesterday, I flew in from a funeral in New York City. Me, my wife, my daughter. One of my best friend's dad, such a nice man, man. He passed away from cancer. 2 weeks ago, I went to visit him, and it was such a beautiful visit. We talked a lot about family and about sports and about life, and me and him just had a beautiful, beautiful talk with each other. Then I finally had to go, and he knew he had terminal cancer. He knew he was dying. I knew he was dying. So I got up, and I walked up to Pops, and I looked in the white of his eyes. I said, Pops, what do you got to tell me, man? What do I need to know, Pops? Tell me. I know you know. He looked me in the face and said, you have to do whatever you want to do while you still can. Healthy life, Joe. That's what he told me. You have to do whatever you want to do while you still can. Healthy life, Joe. It's over for him. We went to his funeral yesterday. So you can't contemplate. Stop the teleprompter. You can't contemplate. You can't wonder if you can do it or not. I tell you all the time, people get in this business in market America, and it's like a game of double dutch. These people playing double dutch, and you see somebody on the side, and they keep looking at the ropes, and they say, I know they got money. I know they rich. I know they got products. I know they got the shopping annuity. I know they got a convention. And you keep looking at everybody play. Fat Joe just jump in there and start jumping rope. You cannot get to the money if you contemplate. So Pops told me, do whatever you can while you still can. It reminds me of a story I told a couple of years back about an unfranchised owner, Danielle Gaminsky. She's down with Jeff Winkler and Lisa. Tell Lisa I send my love. Lisa's mother passed away. You heard, Jim? Lisa's mother passed away. We love her. And we all going to pray for her. The whole family's going to pray for her and her mother. Well, Danielle Gaminsky is a franchise owner, and she was fighting cancer a couple of years back. This is a mother of 5. She told us stories about how she would drive 6, 8 hours to go to the regional. She told us how she was so committed to the business ahead of time. Then when she finally got cancer, she was happy that she already had done the business before she needed it. So now, you know what I'm talking about, Pam? She has medical costs. She has to take care of the kids. She has to take care of family. And she has to beat cancer. But she's so glad that she had the help from Market America in the business that she had built ahead of time. You have to take advantage of time. Life is precious. You know, the other day, I was scrolling down Instagram, and I saw one of the craziest quotes I've seen in my life. Stop the teleprompter. It said, the government shutdown is over for 3 weeks. Congrats, you have survived the first round of the Hunger Games. Round 2 starts February 15th. There's people playing God with your life. They don't care. I'm not talking about Democratic or Republican. The fact is, this is why you have to be your own boss. We don't want to depend on nobody. We want our financial freedom. You have to put destiny where it belongs, and that's right in your own hands. A lot of you guys out there, you're still working for the boogeyman. You're scared to talk to your boss. You could be working there for 10 years. You don't even know his name because you're scared of him. You think he cares or she cares that you have marriage problems, that you have kids giving you problems, that somebody in your life is ill. Bottom line is they only care about the bottom line. It's them. There is no job security. Stop the teleprompter, period. There is no job security, period. I know a guy. His name is Cedric Hollywood. Cedric Hollywood is a legendary radio programmer right here in Miami. This guy was #1 radio station, #1 ratings for 20 years. One day the boss came in and said, you know what, said, I'm thinking we're going in a different direction. You're fired. How can you be higher than #1? It just doesn't exist. Sure enough, said is fired. He ended up somewhere. I don't even know. I don't want to disrespect him. I think he ended up in South Carolina or something. I don't know. But as simple as that, these people play God with your lives. My titi Amalia, my wife's aunt, worked for a company for 19 years. She was months away from retiring. Months away. She thought this company was her company. Rain, sleet, or snow, she walked up every day, worked for her bosses, did all type of things for her bosses. She thought they was just one big family. One day the boss came, shut down the business. There is no security in jobs. 19 years the woman went there. They just shut down the business. Now she didn't get no bonus. She didn't get no retirement. She didn't get no warning. A year's passed. Titi Amalia still crying every day. She can't believe these people did this to her. She thought they were really her friends and her family. There is no job security. This is why you have to be your own boss. You have to know that the only person that is going to give you security you want is you. Sometimes God gives us setbacks, but he's just setting you up for a comeback. Sometimes God gives you a setback, but he's really setting you up for a comeback. It's weird, man. Just across the street from this arena, I went to jail for 4 months for something I didn't do. It was something I really, really didn't do. An accountant robbed me. I showed them the paperwork that I was sending them wire transfers to the accountant. The accountant ain't paid my taxes. They made me pay the tax again and put me in jail for 4 months. But I went in there and I said to myself, you have to take this experience and let the darkest moments bring you the most clarity. While I was in there, being that I ain't have much money, I start really looking at my books. I seen my best friends stealing from me, seen people taking advantage of me, managers taking advantage of me, because when you're flying high, you don't know. But you let your darkest moments bring you the most clarity. And God is only setting you up for greatness. So when you get there, you know who to have around you. Okay, here in Market America, we always been on time. Women have always been bosses in this business. Stop the teleprompter. 2019, they finally caught up that women deserve to be bosses, huh? Here we got Elizabeth Weber, Joanne Chi, we got the big boss, Lauren Ridinger. We always been ahead of time. Everything you hear now is America's divided, America's divided. Well, they could come to this arena right here and learn something in America. We always get it right in Market America. We got white people, black people, Asians, Latinos. No discrimination. Our family is filled with diversity. See, JR knew ahead of time that if you give a chance to people, if you give them financial freedom, regardless of education, race, creed, gender, whatever it is, if you just show them a plan and a system that works towards financial freedom and residual income, everybody happy. Everybody happy. America needs to come in here and really see what we're doing here, because we're doing the right thing here. You got to fight. Never give up. Make your dreams come true. Be the first and the last one to your meeting. Be the first one there, the last one to leave. And when you get there, you talk to your prospects. Learn to know them. Gain some trust. Tell them about your life. Find out about their lives. See, the plan is just protocol. The plan is protocol. Something we got to show. The Surgeon General warns, let's show the plan. But the real meeting is before and after, when you talk to your people and you gain their trust. If you're a true leader and you go to a meeting, don't go to a meeting with a crummy attitude. Don't go to a meeting stressed out. Don't go to a meeting with bad vibes, because your people, the energy, they pick up. They fall off. I'll tell you something. They say a cat got 9 lives. When you join Team Fat Joe, and I know that you're going to be great. I know you're the next Elizabeth Weber, and I feed you the info, and I go to these houses with you, and out of nowhere you disappear. It's like I lose a life. Cat got 9 lives. I lose a life. I invested my life into this person. And we actually feel sorry for them, because we knew they had what it took to be successful. If only they fought through. If only they fought the adversity. A lot of times you got to go through the bad so God can give you the blessing. It's always a lesson. I'm almost out of here. Dream big. Believe in yourself. No, we got Dawn Floria on play. Dawn, I love you, sis. Dawn, defense attorney. She's in New York fighting the biggest cases, selling lipstick in the bathroom. Come on, you got to stop. She's on the news talking about cases, selling OPC to the judge, like, yo, you need some energy, you need OPC. People, exclusives, blah, 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 blah. Stop making excuses. Financial freedom's right here. Everyone, before I leave, I'm going to tell you, the next convention will be bigger than ever. The only way to get your people and your team on steroids is to sell tickets, buy tickets, buy tickets. Is the only way you'll be on steroids. Buy tickets to the convention. I'll see you in North Carolina. I love y'all, Market America. Thank you so much.